Yo, this is crazy to me. Check this out. So I just learned that ESPN was forced to remove their videos from YouTube for not signing to YouTube Red. And then I come across an article written by the #1 YouTube channel, PewDiePie, talk about how YouTube Red is a good thing. Are you confused about YouTube Red? So where to begin with all this? Let's start with what is YouTube Red? Well, YouTube Red is a new ad-free subscription site of YouTube for just $9.99. Now, ESPN had their content removed from YouTube for not signing to YouTube Red's terms. But as crazy as it may sound, No, absolutely not. I don't want this new service if they're going to start removing channels for it. So I'm going to join 20,000 people in stopping YouTube Red by signing this petition. So let's see here. Name, Jabril. Email, hello@cefstuff.com. I'm signing because, If ESPN doesn't want to sign to YouTube Red, then why should they have to? I'm sure that ESPN has a great reason to not sign it. And wait, hold on a second. What is ESPN's reasons for not signing to YouTube Red? As I was saying before I was cut off, wanting to or not, ESPN couldn't sign to YouTube Red. They have rights and legal issues that legally prevents them from joining any subscription-based service that isn't cable related. In fact, this goes a lot deeper than you might even imagine. The relationship between cable, internet, and ESPN is a very complex one, but in a nutshell, let's rewind back to 2006. YouTube was a year old at the time, and cable was on top of the world, so to speak. Now, if we fast forward to today, YouTube is now being reported to being bigger than cable TV, and as a result of that, ESPN is losing a notable amount of revenue, all thanks to those that cable executives call cord cutters, or someone who cut the cable cord for cheaper media alternatives. You see, ESPN shareholders have a deep-rooted commitment to keep ESPN's content only watchable through cable TV. And so, having ESPN available for a fee on YouTube would upset a lot of those shareholders, and not to mention, would contractually breach some contracts. Alright, so YouTube had no choice but to remove ESPN because their goal was to offer consistency. They didn't want me, for example, to pay for YouTube Red and then having to watch a pre-roll on ESPN's channel because ESPN couldn't sign to YouTube Red. Okay, YouTube, that's fair. I won't sign the petition for that, but I've been watching YouTube for free for years. Why is YouTube Red forcing me to pay $9.99? Well, the truth is, no one is forcing you to pay for anything. Regardless if you pay or not, your YouTube experience won't really change all that much. I mean, just take a look at the calendar. It's already past October 28th and most of you aren't paying for anything. In addition, let's seriously stop and think about that for a second. YouTube is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Do you really think that YouTube executives would just stop their prime source of revenue and start charging people for YouTube? I think we all can agree that that's foolish. The only reason why everyone believed that YouTube was going to force us to pay for YouTube Red is simply because YouTube has always been bad at communicating their updates. So you mix this with a little misinformation and you have the confusion that everyone is in today. So what's with the $9.99 fee, you're wondering? Well, it's important to realize that there are two sides to this subscription fee. The creator side and the consumer side. Let's first focus on the creators. Creators with this $9.99 are on the receiving end, so it's a new source of revenue for creators, and for established channels it gives them the potential for bigger budget projects. And beyond that, that's pretty much it for the creator side. But on the consumer side, consumers are on the paying end of the $9.99, and for that, consumers get ad-free viewing on all of YouTube, a video saving option for offline viewing on your devices, as well as playing videos in the background on their devices, an added bonus of YouTube's gaming app, music app, kids app, Google Play Music app, and probably some other apps I missed. And lastly, access to original YouTube produced content like shows and movies from your favorite creators. That is a lot of stuff, but the real question is that a lot of value to you? Man, an extra revenue source for creators, a bunch of different services and apps included. I hate to say it, but YouTube Red is starting to sound better and better. But damn it, dude, there must be something that'll make you want to sign this petition against YouTube Red. Oh. Will YouTube Red split the community apart? Well, it's sad to say, but it's very quite possible. One of the biggest concerns for YouTube Red at the moment is that it'll create YouTube classes, those who can pay versus those who can't. And to understand this, we must take a look at the current structure of YouTube. Currently, YouTube is set up so that anyone with the power to upload can create a successful channel. With enough commitment, you could become the next PewDiePie. It's as simple as you start a channel, you attract viewers, YouTube then shows ads to your viewers, and then YouTube will pay you for the value that you've just created, which will encourage you to attract even more viewers, which in return will help YouTube grow, because your success is their success. Now, let's take a look at the potential future of YouTube with YouTube Red. Subscriber pay is $9.99 a month to watch any and all videos on YouTube uninterrupted and ad-free, which is cool, but it's the YouTube Red exclusive content that is kind of concerning. 10 exclusive YouTube Red shows will be launching next year, but will that list of exclusive shows eventually grow? Will it eventually get to the point where the only way to watch some of your favorite creators like PewDiePie scream at the screen? Pewds, no disrespect. Is to subscribe to YouTube Red? What type of audience will that attract? Will it create the great war of the pre-roll creators versus the Red creators? Will advertisers start removing their budgets from YouTube advertising? Will Patreon become the only way to sustain free internet content? Truthfully, all we really can do is wait and see. Okay, that is a little doom and gloom, but we shouldn't worry because as PewDiePie suggested in his article, YouTube Red will better support creators, right? Okay, last question. Is YouTube Red more beneficial for the creators? Alright, prepare yourself for just a little bit of boring screen math. YouTube Red right off the bat will take 45% of your spent $9.99, leaving 55% or about $5.50 to split amongst the creators that you watch. Now, the curiosity in me made me collect a little data based on this, and my results were quite interesting. For a full week, I recorded every YouTube video that I watched and from which channel. YouTube Red is based off of total minutes watched. So with that, let's analyze the top 5 channels that I watched. If these top 5 channels stayed consistent for the whole month, this is what they would have earned from me. Coming in at 5th place is That One Video Gamer. With 3 uploads lasting about 59 minutes, that was 5.6% of the total minutes that I watched. And for that, he'd get 31 cents from my wallet. D-News coming in at 4th place with 13 uploads lasting about an hour and 3 minutes. That equal to 6% of the total minutes that I watched, and for that, they get 33 cents out of my wallet. The Young Turks came in 3rd place with 9 uploads lasting about an hour and 5 minutes, which was 6.2% of the total minutes watched, and for that, they get 34 cents from my wallet. 2nd place was Casey Neistat with 10 uploads lasting about an hour and 13 minutes, which was 6.9% of the total minutes watched, and for that, he'd get 38 cents from my wallet. And coming in 1st place was Conjecture with 2 uploads lasting about an hour and 35 minutes, and that equaled 9% of the total minutes watched, and for that he'd get 49 cents from my wallet, which for all creators is more than they would make off me with just ads. The most creators can make off me even if I'm extremely active for a whole month is about $2, and that would be shared between all the creators I watched, and that would even be before YouTube and the network takes their cut. So yes, YouTube Red is more beneficial for the creators. Which means the new best strategy for being a successful YouTube channel is to create lots of longer form content, which is why I'm so happy to announce that Seth Signs is now a documentary channel. I just don't get it. No matter how many people I interview, I'm always left with the same question. Why did she leave the banana in the toaster? I'm just kidding, of course, but this is great news. So long as you can captivate an audience, your fans can support you by simply signing up for YouTube Red, and you'll make much more than you would with ads. Sounds perfect, right? Everything is all well and good, right? Well, just as any other YouTube update, it's never as it seems. After hearing that version in Hank Green's video about YouTube Red, I got excited because that would mean that YouTube Red isn't about getting the most and becoming #1. But after reading some conflicting things from creators like The Total Biscuit, and after doing a little digging on my own, I was able to get The Verge contributor Ben Popper, who was in attendance for the YouTube Red press conference, to confirm my confusion about YouTube Red on Twitter. The example that I gave earlier isn't how YouTube Red works at all. Instead, the subscription that I paid, and you paid, and Chuck Mangione paid is all pulled together with everyone else's subscription and paid back to the creators based on the total minutes watched in the world. Well, YouTube Red is only available in the US for now, but essentially yes, the rich get richer. If you want to support your favorite channels directly, it's as Ben Popper stated. Use things like tipping jars or funding platforms like Patreon. Now I understand that some of you might be a little disappointed or upset learning this, and hear me out now, I'm with you. But if we go back and review the structure of YouTube that made it so successful today, you'll understand why this formula actually makes a lot of sense. If YouTube Red paid you for simply captivating an audience, then that might stop YouTube from growing. For example, you could easily lock down a 5,000 viewership, make 30 cents per viewer a month, and you could make thousands off your small little viewership. Which is why it's a better business move for YouTube to pull the cash together and then pay it back to the creators with the most minutes watched on the entire platform. Now, listen, I don't like it either, but you can't argue that it makes perfect sense. YouTube doesn't want to incentivize you for staying at the same level. They have bandwidth bills they have to pay. Lastly, one simple thing that we all seem to forget, including myself, is that if you really want to make more per viewer, YouTube isn't the only site that will host your content. If you don't want to get your own website and deal with bandwidth and all that stuff, there are plenty of other website and services like VHX that will host your content and let you charge whatever you want to your viewership, if you do so desire. Well, alright. Ultimately, YouTube Red is just an extra revenue source for creators that recently didn't exist. And as a creator, I should be grateful for that. And for consumers, it's just an extra viewing option with some added bonuses on there. And it's not being forced on anyone. It isn't going to delete anyone's channel. And it's way too early to tell if YouTube Red will be bad for the current state of YouTube or not. So I guess I won't be signing this petition. I guess I'm just gonna continue to watch and upload videos and just wait and see what unfolds.
Hey, you forgot to mention ad block.
YouTube lost billions to ad block. Ad block advertised in the Super Bowl. Ad block. Too much information for this episode. Ad block. Part 2. Part 2. Part 2. Part 2. Part 2. Oh. But you know, I've grown curious to know what others think about YouTube Red. So, let's go ask around.
What is YouTube Red?
What?
Do you watch a lot of YouTube?
Yeah.
What is YouTube Red?
YouTube Red?
YouTube Red is their new like Netflix type original content system. YouTube Red's gonna be, you pay for YouTube, have no ads, and you get the same access to like Netflix gives YouTube. They're an original series. They're gonna use their own YouTube endogenous talent that came out of YouTube to make their own original content. I even watched one called like the Code Girls or something. Very interesting about girl programmers. It actually was interesting. It wasn't actually wasn't boring like I thought it would be. So there's a lot of cool stuff on YouTube Red.
Are you willing to pay for YouTube Red?
No.
If they would like start it off like that, like maybe like, oh, like skip these ads for like this amount of money, maybe some people might have done it, but like now it's like way too late for that.
$10? $10? Yeah, that's cool.
Are you down?
Yeah.
Hey, give me an example. Who are some creators that you watch?
Niga Higa, Smosh.
How would you feel if I let you know that Smosh is developing a TV show of sorts for YouTube Red only?
My parents pay for Netflix. I don't want to pay for my own money. YouTube is so expansive that you can just find it, something to watch, no matter what kind of version you have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would do it.
What about you, man?
Same. Same.
So we got $20, so we have $30 right here.
Yeah.
Yo, YouTube, you're doing something right. Keep it up.
I mean, it should be ad-free and it should still be free. Like, it shouldn't cost at all.
So no ads, no costs, just videos.
No, the way YouTube was back then.
Are you ready for this?
Not ready.
Like, dude, this is like Hiroshima level. You ready?
Not ready.
Julian, what if I told you, YouTube, they heard you, all right? They heard you out. They're like, Julian, we like what you're saying. We're going back to 2007, all right? And then a month later, you, with your awesome idea, receives a bill for the bandwidth. What's up?
I wouldn't know what to say. I mean,
let me just let you know, the bill for the Gangnam Style video was about $300,000 just to host it on the site.
all right, what would you want me to do with that?
Well, I mean, hey, they came to you for some advice and...
Well, today we learned something. I think YouTube Red is a good, bad thing? I don't know, but disregarding that, today I have one simple question for you. Are you or will you pay for YouTube Red? Cast your vote using the annotations next to me. It'll take you back to the homepage, in which I encourage you to subscribe for more content. And if you're on mobile, feel free to weigh in the comments section. But whatever the case may be, remember to always feed your curiosity.